In the standings, well, the Rays win, Seattle wins, the Twins currently are winning. So the only team losing in that wild card hunt is the Orioles. The Jays 3 games up on Baltimore right now. And I know with the performances over the weekend against the Angels, it was tough for John Schneider to defend his team because they were sloppy. You can say it's because they were tired, whatever you want to say, it wasn't good. So it's been nice to see, as sort of Jamie and the gang referred to, which has been clean baseball. Nice looking baseball.
Yes. Yeah. At one point, John Schneider was uttering the phrase, flush it. He has not had to do that against the Chicago Cubs. So let's find out now what the Jays manager had to say after this one. Here he is.
John, just even though the bats started quiet, you guys kind of hang in there enough to get those key hits. Is that at least encouraging with, kind of the struggles you guys have gone through?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Stroh was, kind of had him on the ropes in the first and, made a couple good pitches and kind of got into a rhythm. But I think it's really good when guys like Teo, Vladdy are hitting the ball in the air that way. And, just a couple key swings there for sure.
Stellar outing by Gausman. First of all, how did you feel about that outing, and how important is it to get the win for him after what he did?
Yeah, he was awesome. Tons of swing and miss, a lot of punch outs, obviously, just a couple, mistakes that were hit hard for homers, but he was awesome. You always want to try to reward that with a good bullpen effort, and they stepped up. So he was awesome. That's a lot of quality starts from him, and he was actually going back out for the 7th if it wasn't too much of a wait there with the pitching change.
And then, again, a solid defensive night for you guys. Is this enough to maybe turn the page there and maybe change the narrative a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you got to catch the ball at this level. And tonight with, Teo and, that was a kind of momentum shifting catch in right field. Defense was solid all the way around. So if we can continue to do that, we'll be in good shape.
John, who gets credit for getting Teo back and ready and in such good shape after just one night?
I mean, him, trainers, kind of collective effort. He's obviously grinding through it. At this point in the season, everyone kind of is, but you can see what he can do to the lineup, obviously, with one swing. And, I was really pleased with the way he kind of bounced back. The catch in right field was huge as well.
How big was that homer by Vladdy? Adding an insurance there for you guys, and it's a 3-hit night for him. What did you see from him tonight?
I saw a good approach. A couple sliders there in his last at bat, and then a heater that, if he's hitting the ball that way in the air, that's a really good sign. And it gives us a 2-run cushion as opposed to a 1-run. We were a little bit light in the pen with a couple guys being down, so at that point you just kind of take a little bit of a deep breath and feel better with that cushion. So if he can kind of do that, 3 hits and, the RBI single as well, if he can do that, he's game changer.
John, you mentioned that it was a momentum-changing catch by Teo. The fact that he was able to kind of go get that ball and make the play and fight through whatever he's feeling, what do you hope that he takes from being able to make that play?
I mean, it's a good play, and he's a good player. You know what I mean? I think that, when he's 100%, that's the kind of player that he is. Whether it's a 3-run homer to right field or making a play like that, he has all of the physical skills in the world, matching up against anyone in the league. So if he's doing that, that's great. That's, again, he's a really talented dude. And, obviously it was a huge play in the game. So if we get that from him going forward, I like it.
And is there something to... George has obviously been doing it for a while, but just guys learning to max out with whatever percentage of physical ability they have on a given day and learning how to play within the confines of what they have physically?
Yeah, you look at that. You look at, Matt Chapman's another example. Bo's out there every day. A lot of guys are out there every day, and I think some guys are continuing to learn how to do that. So this time of year is tough. It's tough mentally. It's tough physically, and everyone gets that. So again, learning on the fly a little bit, but the guys are doing a great job with what they need to do before and after the game to be ready to go each night.
Just with Jordan, he's talked about how it's a different challenge, I think, to come out, sit down, and then go back out for an inning and get more than 3 outs. Have you seen him handle those situations better and better as he's done them more?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's He obviously knows when it's coming, and his routine, I think, in between those innings is awesome. He goes in the tunnel for a little bit, and then he kind of reemerges with 2 outs, and he's ready to go. But I think great closers are able to do that, and he's definitely one of those.
All right, coming up.